Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve this question, that is check for binary. Right, you can find this question in Geeks for Geeks website where you can go and click on the practice section, and there you can find this question. So if you are beginner, this will video will be for you guys only, because we are going to understand the question. We are going to read the question, understand it thoroughly, then we will be seeing what should be our approach, and then we will see the code. So actually you can see here guys, this like from this ID, this has been 4 days only, including today I started, and I solved already within 4 days. I already solved 14 to more than 14 to 15 question from this platform only. So right, so this is good for me also, so that I can brush up my coding skills, and for you guys also, to be the to show the consistency in coding, right, in your coding journey. So let's start. Here I already solved this question. Let's solve it again. And wait, just remove the code. By accident I remove a lot of things. Let me reset it. Okay, now it is fine, right? So now what is when it is open, like, see, this question is pretty easy, but see, the accuracy rate is only 30.94, means more than 69% of people are doing this wrong. So we should look why it is happening. So here the question is, let understand first, understand what is binary. So if we are making this question that check for binary, then what is binary? Binary means basically, if I zoom in here and write, binary means basically 0 and 1. This is my binary, right? This is the only two number that comes in binary. So given a non-empty sequence of a character string, return 2 if the sequence is binary, and if it is not binary, we have to return false. Pretty simple question, just a one line question. See here, the input is 101. Obviously it is binary because it include 1 and 0. So I will return true. See here, since the string contain only 0 and 1, the output is 1. That is true. See, in boolean data type 1 is true, 0 is false. So here it is written 1, it means true, and if here it is written 0, it means false. So basically it is returning true or false, right? So we have to keep in mind also time complexity and space complexity, and here if you see the constraint, we have to keep this in mind also. So what should be the approach? Just look at here guys, what are the things that is provided here. Let's see. First, the data type. What this method is going to return me, what? Something boolean, we already knew. So here the string is given to us. The string is given to us, right? Yeah, and if you know the functions and method of strings, then you guys already understood what we have to do. So first we are going to see, it is a string here, 101. It is not a number, it is a string. So I have to check the like if there is a word like hello, I have to check the what letters of that string, right? And then check if it is equal to characters. I have a word, I have to check the characters. If it is 0, then return true. If it is 1, 0 and 1, then return true. If it is not, then return false. So you guys still till now you guys have some idea. What we are going to do is, first we are going to uh, what? We are going to check the length of my string. So I will make a variable of integer data type, that is length. Here, what is the name of my variable string data type variable? That is str only, right? So there is a function str.length. So this is how we check the length of a string. As simple as that. I hope you understand till here, right? Now here, this is my string, this is my word, that is 101, and I have to check the each and every character of it. First one, then this zero, then this one. So this is a repetitive. First I will check this one, then come and first I will extract this one, grab this one, then come put it inside the if else. If it is matching with 1 or 0, then return true. Then I will go to here. I will extract this one. Then I will come put it inside my if else block, and if I will check if it is matching with 0 and 1, then return true, else false. So this is a repetitive work, right? I have to like iterate it. I am iterating one by one, then checking it. So accessing the character of this word, then checking it. So we will run a for loop here. I hope you understand why for loop. Okay, now for what is the this is the structure of for loop. Now we are going to fill it up. Fill it first. We are going to declare a variable, then initialize it with 0. Then I will give the condition I is less than length, right? Then incrementation or decrementation. Here I will increase. So now I access my element. I access my character, right? Now I will check it if it is 0 or not, equal to 0 or not. So how to check it? Just put it inside the if condition, dude. Just put it inside the if condition. How? Here my string of I, if my string of I is not equal to 0, character of 0, right? Not 0 only. Here string, so we will take character. If I want to take integer, so I have to take the ASCII value. So let's go in easy way. I don't remember the ASCII value actually, the to be honest. So again, string of I, if my string of I is not equal to 1. Here also I will take character only. Let me increase this. So I hope it is visible. So if it is matches, if it is not equal to 0 and not equal to 1, it means it is not binary, then return false. Guys, as simple as that. Now, now my if condition is complete. What is the work of for loop here? To accessing, only to access. The work of for loop is over now, right? And now where is my method is ending? Here now. So I and my for loop is ending here. So I will return true here. Now my code is complete. So let's see. I hope you understand till here, right? Let's see there is no compilation error or not. Let's hope there great. There is no compilation error. So I hope you understand this word. This actually this is very easy. We have to check it is binary or not, right? And value is already given me in a string data type. So we will what? We will check the each and every character of this string and compare it with 0 and 1. If it is, then return true. If it is not, then return false. So here the only thing that you keep in mind is how to start here. So first make a flow chart in your mind, then move further, right? So now I will submit here. Let's see how many test cases is getting passed. Let's hope. Right. See how why okay, correct submission 2 time. I already solved this question. So right, you I hope you guys understood. If you like this video and like all my previous video, just hit the bell icon, like, subscribe, and do share this, guys. Do share this video as much as possible. So I want your support, and I will make a more interesting video like this. Give me some ideas of in what language, what topic, or what are the concept that I have to cover in my video. I think I'm going to start all the oops concept of Java. And so if you guys support me, like hit the subscribe button and just ping me, mention me in the comment section that make video in this topic, or and if I am going fast, then tell me, I will go slow, no worries. So I'm making videos for you guys only, right? And also I want to brush up my coding skills. So I will go slow. If I stuck somewhere, if you guys know, then help me out, and if I know that, and then I will help you out, right? So let's meet in another video. Bye bye, happy learning guys.